Welcome to the REKAP Lunch Hour for Tuesday. It's Guff. It's 1:15. He's 45 minutes late. No, did you see the link today, folks? It was actually scheduled on time. It was scheduled for 1:15 today. No, Rick in Honolulu. There is a show. No, Jay True. I don't have tire issues. No, Rick. We don't have sauna issues. We were taping the latest installment of Intercepted with Kevin Byard. So sorry, we're not sorry. That'll be on the channel maybe later tonight, certainly by tomorrow morning. Kevin Byard with Spidey. Kyler Gordon, the guest on Intercepted this week. So yeah, I see the comments. I see what's going on here. It's all brought to you by Hooters, originalhooters.com. Order.hooters.com. Have it delivered straight to your door. Visit one of the 11 Chicagoland locations near you. And maybe, just maybe, tonight you'll be in Orland Park with all of us, the entire crew, heading to Orland Park later this afternoon, making the jaunt down south. Sounds like it's going to be a packed house. Studio 41 Football REKAP Live. Cap will be there. Katie will be there. I'll be there. Alex Brown will be there. Tommy Waddle will be there. Show's at 8. Come have dinner. Meet the guys. Get some pictures. Get some autographs. Blah, blah, blah. You know the rest. The Bears, who are 6.5-point underdogs at Baltimore on Sunday, face the Ravens at noon, who are expected to have Lamar Jackson back. But he did not practice yesterday. Eric, epic ALCS game. I'm going Dodgers in 6 to repeat as World Series champs. I happen to flip. I'm going to flip it on for the final couple innings here because I always like seeing who wins the pennant. And then the George Springer home run happens. I mean, I felt terrible. I saw Cal Raleigh crying in the locker room afterwards. And I love when guys show their emotions. Bears need to get better on offense, especially the passing game. Also keep finding ways to win football games, says Eric. Get rid of dumb penalties. Hopefully the Bulls have a better season than the last season and the next 3 months plus of Chicago sports teams going to hopefully be exciting. No Kobe White for 2 weeks. We'll see. The NBA does start tonight. Crazy. We are officially off and running in the winter sports. Rick, exciting moment in Toronto. The Springer dinger. This proves MLB is rigged. Fouled a pitch off his knee. Right. Hobbled at the plate. Right. Hits the most important home run since Joe Carter. Right. Kidding. Springer's bouncing around like a hilarious 11-year-old was priceless. It was unreal. Great game 7, says the real Phil Simms. Springer is definitely that dude. It'll be a good World Series. Dodgers in 6. Guff, those Lions definitely handled their business last night. Looks like they're a legitimate threat in the NFC. I think they're the best team in the NFC. I do. I know you're happy about Indiana being ranked number 2, Phil. Okay? Number 2. And you know what? I understand that it runs through Ohio State. The entire thing runs through Ohio State. But the Indiana flipping Hoosiers are number 2 in the country. There's not a soul that saw that coming outside of Kurt Cignetti. So don't be pissing in my Cheerios, Phil. In your honest opinion, what do you think the Cubs will do this offseason? They really can't afford to have a repeat of July 31st. Will be completely unacceptable. I do think they'll be in the market to add, but I don't know if it'll be much. Like if they don't bring back Tucker, do they bring a starting pitcher? I think a trade's coming this year for the Cubs again as well. A big one. I don't know what, but a big one I do think. NBA starts tonight. East looks wide open. Would you be surprised should the Thunder repeat? Also, since it's Luka's team in LA, could you see the Lakers work to move LeBron? I don't think LeBron's moving anywhere. He's going to take his time getting back from, I believe, what's the groin injury. Luka will take over for now. They'll work in tandem. I don't see LeBron moving on from the Lakers, at least yet. I would be surprised in the NBA in this climate if there was a repeat. The East, and if you've listened to Joe on the Bulls podcast, he sees a path for the Bulls to be number 6 seed. Now, that also depends on the health of Kobe White. If it's just 2 weeks, fine. If not, could be a different story. Godfather, Dodgers payroll 360, Blue Jays 260, Ricketts 205, 10th in payroll, 3rd in revenue, top free agents to be signed this offseason, none. The only way Godfather comes out. Pablo, I appreciate it. I knew it would be you. I mentioned it to Katie before we went live. Happy 1st anniversary to the REKAP Lunch Hour. Love y'all. Love you back. Can't believe it's been a year since we started doing this fine program. A year. That was quick. 1 year. I appreciate Pablo keeping the date and keeping us honest on that. So if you're going to be out there tonight, let's raise one in honor of the Lunch Hour crew. Pablo, I don't care too much about the NBA season until the playoffs. I do not care about the Bulls management, but hope the Bulls team stays healthy because I don't see them winning jack. Becky says, I hope the Jays win the World Series. I don't want back-to-back from the Dodgers. Pablo hopes we get to Game 7 in the World Series, but the Dodgers is quite the juggernaut, no doubt. The Dodgers haven't lost in the postseason, right? I don't want the White Sox 11-1 to be messed with. That's what I'm hoping for. Yeah. Oh, the Dodgers did lose 1 to the Phillies. Okay. That's right. I forgot about that. So they have won 9 games. So 4 more and if they swept the Toronto Blue Jays, they'd be 13-1, which would be the best of all time. Of course, the White Sox and Yankees tied at 11-1. Happy first anniversary, Kyle, to this great program. It's a great place to gather amongst friends, have a great time. Here's to another 100 years. Take that. Let's go. Who's going tonight? I don't get off work till 8, so I hope to get there to catch the very end of the show. Yeah, raise your hands if you're going. Pablo, Kyle was planning on something came up. Come on now, Kyle. How about a hand clap for the members only Q&A yesterday? Thank you, Guff and Cap. More of those to come. Coming from one of the OGs, that means a ton. Pablo, you're awesome. Becky, I read or saw that some of the Mariners players were crying. Of course, when you're that close to becoming the first team in franchise history, you go back to Toronto up 3-2. You have a Game 7 where you're up 3-1 in the 7th inning and it falls apart. You're welcome, Kyle. Julio Rodriguez could be heard screaming his head off in misery during an interview. Wow, I did not see that. I did see Cal Raleig's red eyes. Kyle, Mariners once again are the bridesmaid, not the bride of the American League. Hope they make the World Series in the near future. Seattle deserves it. The only team in baseball to never make the World Series. That's crazy. I think a lot of people were, Becky. I think a lot of people were. But good for, hey, if you're a Blue Jays fan, you're talking. I was at the game in 1993 as a 14-year-old. 1993, the White Sox lost Game 6 to the eventual champion Toronto Blue Jays. But it felt so much like the White Sox were coming. And then 1994 happened. Yes, Kurt Suzuki gets the surprise gig as the Angels manager. Spent 16 years in the big league as a backstop. Thanks to LA for completely decimated Milwaukee, though, says Jess. Originally from Chicago, but lives in Honolulu. Did it right. And now Becky gets to see the banner go up tonight. That's cool. Landon says Jets owner Woody Johnson ripped Justin Fields at the owners' meetings. Really? I did not see that story. Yeah, Becky's right. He's just not that good. It's hard when you have a quarterback with the rating that we've got. If you look at any head coach with a quarterback like that, you're going to see similar results. If we can just complete a pass, it looked good. Wow. Never trash your own product if you're an owner. If you owned a Hooters franchise, you'd never say lemon pepper wings suck ass, no matter how much you hate them. That's a great point. Charles, how about that baseball game last night? The Mariners looked like they had the dub only to be crushed. It was crazy. And to lose it with the bullpen. Just like anyone who eliminates the Cardinals or Packers, take that, Brewers. Will Katie be on? She's here. She's not going to be on today. TR, calm down. Calm down, TR. TM, she says. Jay True didn't let you down on Sunday, dude. Katie and I attended the game, says Kyle, and we got a dub. Let's keep it going against Baltimore. Go Bears. Jay True, did anyone else see the starting lineup for the Rockets? The point guard is 6'7", the rest are 6'11". Tallest starting lineup in NBA history. Interesting. Back in the early NBA days, 6'7" was about your tallest player. Exception, George Mikan, Russell, and Wilt. But not really many others were that tall back then. What? Oh, 6'7". Katie wants me to do 6'7". All right. And Muggsy Bogues was 5'6". Who won the hoodie for the members? We had a tie, Jay True. It went to, who did it go? Well, the real Phil Simms won 1, and our guy Jeremy won 1 out east in West Virginia. These are OGs. Like, we haven't actually made these out, but we should. We should get, how about a members only up here? Or maybe a member, just member. Where's the cake? Great question. Come to Hooters tonight. We'll break bread. I know you can't be there, Rick. If you want to join the membership community, for those of you who were on the Q&A early in the stream, and then got booted because you weren't a member, that's what's going to happen next time too. We'll pull you in. We'll spit you right back out. You got to be a member. Come on, $2.99 a month. You spend $3 on stupider stuff. We've already had a boatload of stuff. I give like a long shot parlay every Bears game. Katie's going to have some behind the scenes content tonight for members. We had the giveaway. We'll have more giveaways. Kyle wants to know, Katie, did you catch a football? She did not catch a football. Landon, happy 1-year anniversary. Running out of fugitive quotes. Might have to switch to The Princess Bride. Wow. Not my favorite movie. I know. Rob says, screw the Dodgers. Kurt, I know most everyone has moved on to the Bears. The Blackhawks, the Bulls don't count until something major changes. How does this Cubs team get better in 2026 with Jed McCheapskate and Tommy Nichols handing out the contracts? By proving us wrong. I guess that's the only way. Godfather, happy 1-year anniversary. Ricketts made it the whole year under the luxury tax. Lip Ripper, I hate to do this, but I'm rooting for the Dodgers, so it makes other owners see what it takes to win and hope middle of the league's teams have to spend, i.e. White Sox. I was waiting for someone to actually say that. So, Lip, I'm glad you did. I was going to kind of hold that thought until late, but I'm glad you did. Matt says it makes it a little bit easier to watch the Bulls with their announcers. They have two of the best, Adam Amin and Stacey King. My guys. Kyle, did you see Sonny Koufax when you went to the game in 93? Love Big Daddy. That's a really great reference, Kyle. Wow. I love that movie. Katie Wright, help in the window. What? J. True. Everybody's just so enamored with Katie now. I went for a walk yesterday, says Becky. It was nice. Nice, Becky. There you go. Kyle, LOL, 6'7". Last week's South Park was awesome. TR, you're getting a little aggressive. Katie, not here. How about that? Nathan, has Caleb had any improvements in leadership? Well, he's a captain, A. I don't know if you saw, it was not last week's game, but the week before, where after a drive of a field goal, he went up and down all the linemen and said, let's go. We got more. We got more. It was the first time. I don't think that we are seeing the camera pan to Caleb enough when he's doing that type of stuff. We see it a lot from other quarterbacks, but like when Jaden Daniels was smiling after throwing a pick on Monday Night Football, and they're like, look at him. He's always got a low pulse rate. He's able to move on. If that was Caleb, the narrative would have been completely different. Yes, he's been much. And at Cap had heard from somebody close in the building that Ben Johnson believes that Caleb Johnson, for the first time, is truly understands what's going. He gets out of the huddle, breaks the huddle, knows the play, not thinking about the play. It's boom. That's now we need to execute it. Landon Sonny Koufax is my guy. I met the actress who played Layla. She's such a sweet voice and smile. Do you ever think there could be a salary cap in Major League Baseball? I think the owners would love it. I don't see the players union bowing down to that at all. I just don't. I do hope that there's a salary floor, meaning teams have to spend $120 million, have to, that the revenue sharing has to go back into your team. I'd love that. I think it's be really hard to institute a salary cap. I don't. That's why this pending strike is real. What kind of psycho doesn't like The Princess Bride? Wow. I said not my favorite movie. How about that, John? You know, Psycho. I'm American Psycho. Great film. Nathan, seems to me they're all taking direction from Ben and company and respect them, rightfully so, more than Flus. 1,000%. Randy, Cubs in play to make a trade for 1 year of Scooble. We were talking about that, Cap and I, yesterday when we did the Q&A. Would you trade Jackson Wiggins and or Cade Horton, because it's going to take at least one of them, Owen Casey and Matt Shaw for 1 year? I think I would. I really do. TR, please stop asking about putting Katie on. How about that? Caleb only has a 61% completion percentage. We've talked at length, and the guys will tonight, how that needs to change. Rick, how many late game drives has Caleb Williams successfully completed only to have the defense lose it in the end? He's more clutch than a lot of people realize. What do you have, 4 last year that went down the blocked field goal, the Hail Mary, the Colts game? I'm missing one. He drove the team down the field in the Minnesota game. They lost in overtime. There's a game I'm missing. But yeah, Rick, to your point. Joe, Angels hired Kurt Suzuki. Orioles still in play for Pujols. So weird. Do you notice teams going towards former players with no experience? Yeah, I think they like the guys that were in the dugout when these other guys were growing up. I don't know if it'll work. Like Will Venable for the White Sox, Craig Counsell for the Brewers, both really good, but both also had to put in the work. They were on staffs. Saw Lauren interview our guy Alex Brown at the game on Sunday. Would be awesome to have him on members-only Q&A. Lauren would be great, too. I think Lauren at a members-only Q&A, we could get that done. Alex is going to do some stuff with Katie today, so that'll come on members-only, too. So if you'd like to be a members-only, and you want to see Katie, maybe you should be a member. TR. Sorry about that. Exactly, Lip Ripper. Lockout, here we come. Just when... Oh, here, a prediction. 1 year from today, on the second anniversary, Ricketts will be further under the luxury tax than he was today. Lip, just when the Sox should be good equals lockout. I know. I've had some buddies talk about that. No way there's a salary cap if the owners won't show the books to the players, and those old crony owners don't want anyone seeing how much they've about what money. Yeah. I see. They're not going to show the book. Jake Moody is going to lose the Bears a game. The Moody cult will be sorry. Cairo forever. John's coming here just to stir the pot today, I see. We don't even know if, by the way, we won't even know. Cairo could be back this week. We don't know yet. What we do know is that Hooters is the great place to watch playoff baseball, now Bulls basketball, hockey, college football. We have college football on tonight, 2 terrible games. And, of course, the NFL, great games last night. And Studio 41 Football Recap Live in Orland Park tonight. OriginalHooters.com. Visit one of the 11 Chicagoland locations near you. Ordered at Hooters.com. Make sure you get the lunch specials, the OG wings, the boneless wings, the tender tacos, the hamburger. They're there for you all the time. Of course, the shrimp tacos are fantastic. You know, that blackberry lemonade. Woo! Jack Daniel's whiskey and the Monin blackberry syrup. I know Jay True likes to have them. $8 all month long at Hooters. Proud partner of the Recap and the REKAP Lunch Hour. Jay, Ryan Flaherty to coach San Diego is weird as well. Is it Flaherty? I didn't see that one. Becky, is Caleb better than Fields? It's not even close, Becky. Not even close. Kyle, Guff, you and Cap gave me some interesting places to see games yesterday. Got to make travel plans to go see Stamford Bridge, to see the Blues play in London. Go Chelsea FC. I'd try to hit Tottenham Spur while you're there. I really would. I'd try to hit Tottenham Spur. Landon, how about another 90s Demolition Man? Oh, boy. That's just a spray to all fields. Williams over Fields, not even close. Jay, Hooters destroyed me this weekend. It was fun, though. Blackberry lemonade, $8. I know you were responsible. Keith and his daily, it's enough Caleb. Time to give Tyson Bagent a chance. Yeah, you see a lot of quarterback changes when teams have won 4 games in a row, usually. Come on, Keith. I know you're pounding the pavement for our guy Tyson Bagent, but they've won 4 in a row. Wait, terrible college football like? I'll take FAU, Louisiana Tech. Lip, you know I'm going to sniff. I'm going to dabble. If there's action if there's football to be played, there's action to be had. Join us at Hooters tonight, in case we haven't mentioned that a few or 3 times. On the southwest suburbs. Come on down to Orland Park. That's one of the most, do you know that's one of the busiest Hooters in the entire country? That is a fact. Expected a big crowd. Lip, it's the old adage, you know, it's scared money, it's lost money. That's the way I look at it. Scared money is lost money. You know, speaking of which, there's a lot of talk here about the bet of the day. You know, Baker Mayfield had a tough night, and I'm thinking, we just need one more drive, Baker. We just need one more drive. I said Guff and Baker Mayfield to have 230 each, 230 yards each. Baker's driving down the field. Jared Goff was well over that. Jared Goff over 230. Baker Mayfield 228. Why do you do this to me? 228 yards. That would be an L for us. You see, we're kind of right around, we're October, we're 500. We're now 500 in the NFL picks and the college picks. The NBA, I'm actually going hardwood here, believe it or not. Kevin Durant, the old former Oklahoma City member, he was once thought of as the guy to bring their first banner. Not happening. He's going to have to watch it go up instead. Did you know that Kevin Durant, in his career against the Oklahoma City / Seattle Supersonic, his average in 15 games is 30.7 points a game. 30.7 points a game. It just happens to be the highest of any team that he's played against in his entire career. I'm getting 25 points at -110 in a game where they're raising the banner, a lot of emotion in the building. KD there. I like this a lot. KD, 25 or more points at -110. I don't know how many times this year, he just got the new paper in Houston. I don't know how many times this year we're going to see a -110 at 25 points for KD. But yeah, lip ripper back to the Baker Mayfield. I screamed at my TV at that total yards. I know, like, dude, I'm sitting there going, it was a fourth and 21. Baker completes a pass for 14, not 16, 14. Take the Rockets +7.5. Jay True's going to parlay that, I think. Randy, this is one thing I'm jacked up about. A little da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Let's go. Finally. Kyle, KD, when healthy, my favorite current NBA player. Baker MVP, took a hit last night. I think Jared Goff would like to say a little something about that. Right now, the MVP favorite is Patrick Mahomes. He is the betting favorite. Everybody kind of slept on Patrick Mahomes, and all of a sudden, he is your betting favorite. It goes Mahomes, Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield, Drake May, and Matthew Stafford. Those are your top 5. Jared Goff, 6. That's something. That is something. Cue the music is right. Lib, got to be honest, I always bet your picks, but I will not watch the game. You don't have to watch the game. It'll be on at Hooters tonight, and because of that, I'll dabble, just like the college football games. I'm not going searching for those things, but I'll at least take a long look at the research. I know Western Kentucky getting another stab at it tonight after just completely crapping all over themselves last week. They were undefeated against the spread, lost outright 25-6 against FIU. Might look at that again as a bounce back game. They're getting 3.5. See, I told you, lip ripper, I dabble. What's up, Swayze? I don't think guys are getting to Caleb just to do it. We all want him to succeed because it means the Bears will succeed. 3 straight games under 60%. He needs to be better. It needs to be give me 65, 66%. Cubs utilize the 24 season to groom PCA Bush and Amaya. Will they do the same for Casey, Alcantara, and Ballesteros? Harvey's probably, unless they're trade. I have Evans and Baker on my fantasy team, so just a kick. Oh, boy. Oh, the Evans. My son has Evans as well. Yeah, I forgot about that, Jeremy. Jeremy, by the way, those asking, was the other winner of the hoodie. Jeremy, I got to get that out to you. Hope you sent the email. I love it. So, yeah, I forgot that MJ is going to be part of the coverage, so I'm sure he'll be very involved tonight. There he is right there. There's our guy. He was a legend on the NBA on NBC. Who's winning your REKAP Fantasy League? All right, just so you know, I took down the number 1 team in my league last night with a monster performance. I'm coming at people. I am sitting at 5-2, looking really strong. Of course, Renegade doesn't update, though. I don't understand. They haven't updated their records yet. But I'm 5-2, which means the team I beat is 5-2. So I'm hovering. And then we have a 6-1 team. So look out. Sorry, Cap. Yeah, I lost a cap early in the year. Could cost me a flipping division title. But there is the bet of the day. It's KD, 25 or more points. I like it a lot. Big fan. NBA and NBC is back. Lip Ripper MJ segment should be the gambling. That's true. While he's like having a scotch while smoking a cigar. That would be entertaining TV. As he says, by the way. And when the last thing they should ask him, who's the greatest player of all time? You or LeBron James? And then he just laughs. Guff going on a tear. Good, better, best. Let's go. Landon, good. It's cold out there today. My hoodie's getting worn out. Might be time to upgrade to a hoodie. Never let it rest. Make sure you make your plans to be out there tonight. We're going to be out there for quite a while in Orland Park as we try to get ahead of this traffic. It's going to be a blast. We hope to see you there. OriginalHooters.com. If you need an address, look them up. Get a table. I know tables are going fast. Tonight at 8, it's the show. Come out for dinner. Pablo, come late. It's fine. We'll see you out there tonight, you guys. It's the recap. Yeah, let's ride for sure. And Keith, Caleb didn't win 4 in a row. Oh, here we go. All right, Landon, I expect to see him there. Appreciate you guys greatly. Thanks for the understanding the delay today. We had Kevin Byard's new episode of Intercepted that we're filming. That'll be dropping on the channel later on. We'll see you out at Hooters in Orland Park. And for those of you who are not going to make it, join us on the stream, 8 o'clock tonight. We'll have it here, right here live. Alex Brown, Cap, Tom Waddle breaking down the game and looking ahead to the Baltimore Ravens. Enjoy the rest of your day. It's a little chilly. Grab those hoodies. Have a great rest of your day. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. We appreciate you greatly. Happy first anniversary to this fine program. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.